Hey guys, nice to see you. So my name is Sonia, and I come from the Center of Design Research over at Stanford. I'm earning my doctorate in mechanical engineering, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our relationship with vehicles. Specifically, we love our cars, but what will happen when your car loves you? The simple love of a boy and his vehicle. They're so easy to control. They do exactly what we want. They don't express their feelings or opinions. But as we move into an autonomous future, that's going to change. And they're going to become part of an emotional conversation that we have when something else in our life tries to take over or influence what we're doing. And emotions are weird things. They're both private and public experiences. On a private level, you think you know what you might be feeling at any given point in time. On a physiological level, your brain is sending different signals, your heart rate is increasing, your pupils are dilating. But what someone else is seeing is being interpreted, and then they use that information to decide how they're going to choose to interact with you. And that external interpretation is what starts to define your relationship with other people and how other people see you. It's the basis for an empathetic conversation. And now that public emotional display that you show is called affect. Affect is like a meta-communication. Saying I love you isn't enough. It's how you say it. Telling someone I love you is so different from saying I love you. So what happens when the car starts communicating with us on this emotional level? Is it even possible? Will we ascribe an emotional state to a car? Will we be able to see if a car has a feeling, or will we always see it as a machine? Will interactions change between you and your car, you and the passengers in the car? How might we even begin to design this kind of a future? A future where the car can not only show its love, but see the love that you might have for it. And there are a lot of practical reasons why you might want to do something like this. On a very practical level, if you sense something strange in the vehicle or on the road, you might show surprise. And even though vehicle sensors might not pick it up, it might be able to sense your discomfort. There are also more subtle reasons why you might want something like this. I know you're all in high school, but I don't know if you've ever seen someone try to take another person's keys if they think that they've drank too much. You need a lot of trust for that interaction to go smoothly. But there's also very personal reasons why you want something like this. Our own emotional well-being. Human beings thrive off of emotional expression. We are happier, we are healthier. And if our products are able to support that kind of communication, not only with other people, but with ourselves, we'll be better for it. So what does it look like to try to invent this? Well, it's slow. We're beginning by prototyping an emotional language for a vehicle. We do this by using engine roars and pneumatic air pumps, small shoulder nudges, and vibrations in the seat. And this is what happens.
We will now turn on the autonomous control, and the car will now greet you. Car, please say hello. Did you notice the car say hello?
I did.
What was it like?
It was an engine roar.
Okay. Did it make you feel uncomfortable or hurt you?
No, I thought it was very friendly.
Was it what you had imagined?
It was what I imagined. It was smooth, cautious, but normal driving experience. Kind of what makes it cool. I think I was surprised how much I trusted it.
So what is this about? People saying that just saying hello gives a car enough personality to give it trust. Why do we have this relationship between personality and trust in our mind? Even for the more abstract prototypes we tested, where there was air shooting up from the ground, people still saw it as a means of communication. They said, it's not language, but I could tell it was trying to talk to me. But it doesn't work quite the same way for everyone. There's still room for improvement.
I don't know, I just don't fully trust that car to drive on its own. Even though I had no bad experiences with this car, it just seems strange to me still that a car can drive itself.
So even though she didn't have any negative experiences with the car's mechanics, she still didn't feel comfortable trusting it completely. So how Will humans use a product they don't trust? They won't. So it's really important that we start to perceive the emotional experience of the passenger so we can start designing for them. What are we going to call this type of expression in a car? Is this concern? Is this worry? Is it focus on the road? Is this happening because of something negative the car is doing or because something strange is happening externally to the vehicle? We need to start parsing it out. So the way that we're doing this is by compiling a driving compendium of everyone's experiences. Hundreds of people, thousands of hours, megabytes, terabytes of data. And we're beginning to code everyone's experiences using something called the facial action coding system, which ascribes a number to all of the little muscle movements that your face might have. And at the end of all of this, we'll have a big database that not only tracks your facial expressions, but how it correlates with other people in the car and even the vehicle dynamics itself, like its acceleration or deceleration. So if you find yourself looking at a data set where the driver had an expression like the guy at the top, the girl has an expression like the girl here at the bottom of concern and worry, and your G-forces are through the roof, you begin to start seeing the correlation between an emotional experience and the vehicle dynamics. Now, this also showed us that there's this really interesting thing that happens when a vehicle has personality. Driving research can be very boring. This is what a lot of my work looks like. There's not a lot to see there. It's just like blank expression. This is called affective flattening, and it's not great for people. The reality is humans don't emote if they don't have anything to emote to, and we've known this for a while. This is why people have laugh tracks, because people laugh when they feel accompanied. And what we discovered was that in all of these driving scenarios, when you're alone, you kind of go a bit dead inside and you lose connection with yourself. But looking back at the prototypes that we had done where the vehicle was communicating with you, people had a really different experience.
How did the dive go?
Oh, it's pretty amazing.
Look at this guy's face.
Oh.
He's showing things, he's feeling things, he's interacting. So what will the future of autonomous vehicles really be like? It will be practical, it will be useful, but will it be fulfilling? I don't know if you guys can quite make out the slide here, but people fall asleep, they get bored. I ask people, what are you going to do when you have an autonomous car? The answers I get are sleep more, work more, and watch TV. There has to be more that all this technology can do for us. So that's what I'm working on. And the reality is that interactive research starts giving us an alternative to the paradigms we already have. If we design for the vehicle interactions we currently know, we're not going to end up in a very interesting or fulfilling world. So we need to test out new ways to differentiate our future from our current selves. And that's why I'd like to end by reminding everyone that a driverless car is not a humanless car. We're not cargo. We're not being shuttled around. And we definitely don't want to be on some transatlantic flight feeling on the highway. We want to start being able to use all of ourselves. And that means designing for all of ourselves. Designing for human idiosyncrasies, human emotions, and human needs. Not just our practical ones, but our emotional ones too. Thank you.